Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. My name is Nancy Woods. I am the assistant minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Granada Hills. And we are very happy that you have joined us today, even if it's today or later, as we spend some time being still and knowing that Spirit lives, moves, and has its been through all of us. And here we always start our service with what we call a call to service, as we light the flames of faith. Now, we will perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people, all faiths, and all sentient beings come from one great universal presence, which we call Spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unified nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. So as Reverend Susan lights the first candle is for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. And she lights the second candle for the shamanic tradition, honoring the beliefs and practice of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. She lights the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. She lights the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light the 10th candle for those who are as yet unaware of Spirit in their lives, and the space we hold for them here at the center or online or in our hearts. And as Reverend Susie lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to have experienced the healing flame of God's eternal love.
I'm thankful, so grateful. I'm one with the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I surrender, I surrender. I'm one with the Spirit all around me. I surrender, I surrender. I trust in God.
Please join me in consciousness, recognizing and knowing that there is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect, whole, and complete, healthy, active, flexible, prosperous. And in this knowingness that it's all God, that we are the divine Spirit of God itself, there could be no one else but us to be that light of love, to be that shining beacon that shows that We are a part of something so grand and so wonderful. And as we know for this center that it is a divine idea in the mind of God, and that we know right here, right now, that our own precious Reverend Dr. Mike is under the hands of God, working on God. And as I know for this evening that Reverend Nancy has a talk that's going to touch our hearts, touch our souls, and bring us to that place of knowing just who and what it is that we've been called here to do, to be a part of something so incredible. Oh. And I am grateful as I release my word into the law, knowing that the law always says yes, yes, and yes. And together we say, and so it is. Well, good evening. I'm Reverend Susie. I've been a part of this church on and off for a long, long time. And I want to just take a few minutes to talk to you tonight about being yourself. Because there's been so many books written about what it is to be yourself. What is it that you want more out of life? Some of us have taken classes on it. We've tried to change whatever it is that we feel we've been called here to be, but we are already perfect, whole, and complete. We are that divinity that walks in the world and reaches out to people, humanity, even people we don't know. Just saying hello to a shopkeeper or somebody that I know in this center that wears the most incredible tennis shoes. He says he has 20 pairs and each one of them has a different color. It's important to honor ourselves the way we are or the way we think we're not enough, but we are enough because the Spirit indwells within us. It is that Spirit that shines forth, that brings out that individuality that we call ourselves. We can't be anyone else. We can only be ourselves. I found a reading in the Science of Mind magazine that really, really touched me. Ralph Waldo Emerson told us that every person should watch the spark of genius that flashes across our mind and trust it. Personality is the manifestation of an inner hidden principle, a spark of that divine within. It is spirit expressing as ourselves. Sometimes I don't think that we realize just how important we are to the world and to those around us, the ones that we love and maybe don't even know. But we need to be that principle of love in every aspect of our lives, because this world really, really needs a lot of love and understanding as we try to avoid the news or not read the newspaper or watch the television news, because sometimes it's really, really hard to think of love that's emanating from everyone, because everyone is that divine spark of spirit within. And in that knowingness, I am so grateful to know that I have a place in this thing called my life. And I know that through everything with God, everything is possible. And thank you. We have a lot of announcements, I'll tell you. Let's see. While Reverend Dr. Mike is away, Reverend Nancy will be our reference point for pastoral care, and Reverend Dr. Maureen will be the reference point for administration. Summer theater camp starts on July 15th through the 19th. We would love for you, the congregation, to help spread the news. Please grab a few flyers and share in our community. Next Wednesday, July 17th at 9:30, there's a sangha with Vinyu, and I don't know how to last name? Vinu. Stay tuned in for details. Contact Vinu with questions. Vinu at alagh@gmail.com. Next Wednesday, we have a delight. We're having the Tibetan singing bowls with Wayne McDonald, a practitioner here at the center. And I know that we really had a great turnout last time. It was so incredible, his knowledge of the bowls and their vibrations and what it does for the body. Then on Wednesday, the 24th, we're having a presider by the name of Harry Hart Brown performing The Boy Who Saw the Truth. It is a story about a young man in Victoria, England, that could see auras, and he was amazed that other people couldn't see those auras. And I understand that his presentation just will take you back. There is a fee for that class. It's $20 a person, and you can pick them up at the door, or you can buy them on Sunday. And then we have this great opportunity to have back again the drumming circle, which will be on July 31st, right here in our center. So if you feel like you don't have enough in your life to do, just come on over, because we've got all kinds of things happening here. And with that, I want to turn it over to Reverend Nancy.
Oh. And I want to thank you all for joining us. I think Wednesday night is such a it's a midweek tune-up is what I call it, where we turn ourselves back to the turn within, where we are focusing on that divine presence that we always need to keep in mind. So tonight, I wanted to kind of share from a place of appreciating the fruits of practicing this teaching. And one of the things that Wednesday night gives us a chance to do is to kind of center ourselves, because the awareness and the understanding that everything that is out here is a result of what's in here. Sometimes it's hard to grasp, because most people that I have experienced, and I experienced a lot in the last 2 weeks being on a vacation, seems to think that life happens from out there to them, instead of them bringing life into expression through their own personal experience. And this 365, Holmes really gives us a good definition of why this is true. And what he talks about is, let's see, this is July the 10th. I know that there is one mind, and that mind is God, and that mind is my mind. So also there is one body. That body is spiritual, and that body is my body. That statement about the mind and what we create and what we are here doing and experiencing and expressing life is what our whole experience on this spiritual journey is about. To know that one mind is the mind that we are utilizing to bring forth the individual experience of being into expression. And I think that knowing that and recognizing that is what gives us the power and ability to know that we can heal our own bodies, and what we practice the treatment for. We start out with this thought that there is one mind, and understanding that we are utilizing it. It's quite a shift in awareness to understand that we are actually creating how we are experiencing life out there, but also that we are experiencing life in these bodies according to that too. So the health and the wholeness of being is our choice. Being, and that's why we know and understand that we are creating life in a way in which we can experience the physical manifestation of wholeness and health and completion. So when we look at that, we get the idea and the understanding that when we are ready to shift our thinking and shift our awareness so that we are embracing this concept, it's not such a foreign thing to understand the truth that our bodies is the spiritual presence of life, that our minds is the spiritual presence of life. And we are talking about a presence that is the divine intelligence of the universe. We're talking about a presence that has created the perfection of every tree and every aspect of life that's in expression, including these physical forms that we are living life in. And one of the things that really is significant is to embracing this idea and this truth and shifting our thinking from a place of not believing it to believing it. Now, in the book of Science of Mind, Holmes really tells us that the mind, he says that we are living in an intelligent universe which responds to our mental state. So according to what we are believing is what we are experiencing. Sometimes if it's uncomfortable, we have a tendency to not want to believe that because we don't want to believe that our mind is resulting in our discomfort, our limitations, our restrictions. But we are in this journey of learning how to take that on bit by bit. As humankind progresses, it progresses in awareness and understanding of this truth that the mind, that one mind, we have the ability to know that these bodies and this physical form that we are experiencing, that our thought pattern is reflecting the belief system. And so one of the things that Holmes attributes Jesus when he said, "It's done unto you as you believe." That is like such a complete summary of what this mind is doing. So what I wanted us to kind of embrace tonight is that understanding that these physical forms that we are experiencing right here, right now, is a divine presence. Not in a way of judging it or knocking it, but just the idea of the more I embrace the idea that this is a spiritual manifestation, this physical form is spiritual manifestation, the more I experience the harmony of it, the perfection of it, the wholeness of it, the wonder of its physical manifestation of life. And we free ourselves to experience that abundance of energy that is always available to us. We expose ourselves to the idea as we take on this belief. So instead of, as I say, knocking ourselves and judging ourselves, we turn towards the idea of just sitting and knowing that this is a whole and perfect and complete and harmonious body. Every cell, every organ, every aspect of our being is the infinite intelligence of the universe manifested. So I can free myself from any belief or thought pattern that may have come along. I totally release it and allow myself to embrace life. And I can do it from this moment on. I don't have to worry about what I did yesterday and 2 days down. And you know, I had such a, and I've been saying this for a while, so I had an experience on my vacation where I felt like I was taking on that victim role, you know, they're doing things to me. They hit me with the cart on the pen. And I said, why that lady keeps hitting my hip? And I found myself really getting caught up in them, what they were doing to me. And it was like, okay, I see myself doing this. Why am I continuing to do it? I said, just go back to the idea that I am experiencing harmony and peace. And so I would sit there and I thought about it for a little bit, and it seemed like things were going good. And before we know it, I done slid back and said, oh, I wish she would learn, watch where she's going. So found myself going back, and I said, okay, is there something in this experience that I am needing to learn, need to gain, and to embody? And the thing that came to me towards the end of the experience, the trip, because it was a 10-hour flight coming from me, one that came to me, it was that being more compassionate when somebody says they're trying to leave that thought behind, but it seems to keep coming back, and to actually know it from the place of explain to somebody, don't knock yourself, don't judge yourself, don't feel any sense of guilt, just the recognition and re-recognizing that this is my mind and this is the mind of God. This is an intelligent mind, and it knows how to create harmony, peace, love, joy, and just immerse myself into that awareness. And I said, so my thing was, thank you for that experience. Thank you, because I gained from it. And that's all I have to think about from that point and going forward. So what I wanted us to do today is to meditate on this idea. Going within and trying to just open ourselves up to the truth of the spirit that is within us. Just let it, and do it from a place of action, as Beckwith said, asking it a question that the divine intelligence has a perfect answer for. So right now, we are sitting with this idea of being still and knowing that this perfection is our perfection. So we ask ourselves, Spirit within me, just kind of know that this spirit within me, and that spirit would always answer you. It always answers you. So sitting still and being still in the stillness of being, we are opening ourselves to the answer. So what is it that spirit wants me to bring forth in my life right here, right now? All the things that are unfolding in my life, what is it that I am reaching for with the spirit from within? What is it that I am here to create or to express? And to that person itself opens our consciousness to that inner intelligence, that divine awareness that is constantly feeding us and nurturing us and bringing forth within us. And, and being still and being in the current moment will allow us to do that. So as we bring our minds back to the idea that I want you to just get comfortable and allow yourself to just release release the idea of whatever has gone forth into the day. Allow ourselves to just be here in this moment, to be within the current energy, that divine energy. That energy, and as the thought comes, the thoughts are the bringing into manifestation, but the energy, the infinite energy that we are touching and bringing forth with the mind would take on that answer, that mode of awareness, which would bring up to us a conscious understanding of what it is that is for us to do. So just allow ourselves to relax. And start bringing yourself into awareness and a state of relaxation where you just start with your feet and your toes and just allow them, wiggle them a little bit and just let them relax. And as you sense this relaxation, allow it to go up, knowing that, and this sense of relaxation, we are connected with this current moment, right here and right now. The earth is part of us. The surrounding air is part of us. The sea is a part of us. All that is in existence is a part of us. And as we relax into this truth, that we are one with this infinite presence, in our legs, we let go of the muscular tension and just see it in total relaxation. We allow our hips to just relax and join to whatever we're sitting on or whatever we're relaxing against. And as we allow this sense of relaxation to move through our bodies and move up, we know that our spine is straight and the divine energy is flowing through it. And our hips blend. We know that there's no place where the chair starts. All of this is our beingness. It is our consciousness expressing as the chair and expressing as the hips. And as we go up, we feel the body in each breath and the energy of our shoulders and our hands. And we allow our necks to just relax, let go. And it's one of the ways we want to relax is to kind of tense your body, your shoulders, and tighten them up, and then let go. Let it just fall down and relax. And as you get to your throat and your head, just feel the scalp relaxing. Your facial muscles relaxing. Your eyes are totally drifted together with ease. And in this state of relaxation, we turn our focus to the breath. And as the breath goes in, we feel the stomach expanded. And then we let it out. Knowing that each breath brings us total to the current moment, to only to now. This is the most important moment it is ever will be. It's the current moment. So as you take another breath, and we feel this wondrous air going in, aerating all these muscles to relax and be at ease. And as we sense ourselves in this total state of relaxation, continue to breathe, allowing ourselves to know with the breath we follow it in and we follow it out. And it keeps us in the current moment. And as we sense ourselves as being totally relaxed, we allow our minds to think on what is God's, the divine presence, that creative mind of life that infinite intelligence, what is its idea of itself as I am, as me? What is it that I am? Bringing forth. As we let go, fall into breath, stand in the current moment. Just let it flow. Be with you. The divine intelligence is in every breath. The infinite intelligence is bringing forth each and every thought. That one mind is clearly revealing to us that which it sees us manifested and bringing forth. So just be still with the breath. Stay in the moment. Just be. Allow the breath to keep you in the current moment. breath. Stay with the breath. Stay with the breath. Allow ourselves what is trying to emerge through me. Maxwell's house is the spirit's expression of being, that divine intelligence way to manifest as the infinite intelligence of the universe, avenue through which it brings the newness of being into expression. This is the I am that I am. Knowing this, let go and let it manifest as my thoughts, my clarity, my understanding, my action. The joy, the love, the wondrous avenue of spirit giving itself to this plane of being. Knowing this as our mind, as our thoughts, as our belief. Allows us to know not only within our own hearts and minds, but this truth is for everyone in our experience, for every being that we are exposed to, for every activity that we are engaged in, every aspect of life revealing itself is the wondrous expression of truth of who and what we are, saying yes to life. Knowing this brings us to that place of understanding that not only do we feel it and know it in our physical bodies, in our mind, in our activities, but we perceive it to all those that come into our life experience. So we can experience the joy of their presence, the wonder of seeing and experiencing life at its best in each and every individualized manifestation. And that is how we see, experience, and feel for those in our lives. And as we open our hearts and minds to this truth, we allow ourselves to know and to understand that us knowing these truths enhances our ability to perceive the perfection in the physical form of our friends, our family, and all those around us. And we embrace the idea of this perfection as we think of Reverend Mike and all those that we are knowing are reaching for that expanded understanding of their own greatness. As we accept, know, and willingly allow it to be the truth that is manifested in us, through us, and as us, as this one mind that is able to do all things, is able to bring this forth into expression. it's with great joy and the love of our hearts and the appreciation of the concept of a oneness that we have chosen to know, to be, and to express. It's coming forth as new ideas, new awareness, and new concepts of expressing. It brings a smile to our hearts and our minds. We allow this richness of being and the idea of wholeness the love, the beauty, and the power. It is us joyfully being aware of the truth. And we let everything manifest out of this. As we let go and allow it to be so. And in this instance, we can release it. There's a wondrous law of being that does that which needs to be done. As we step into this moment, this power, and this consciousness, life is fulfilled moment by moment. We know this is already so. So we very so powerfully so accepting. So open. Let it unfold. And our acknowledgement, as we acknowledge it together, as we say, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for joining us at the Center for Spiritual Living in Granada Hills. And know that on Sunday, we will join us. You can join us for 9 a.m. service for a 10:30 service, and the workshop. That's all right. That's it. No, you finish. No, I'm close. Thank you all for joining us tonight, and make sure you join us on Sunday for the 9 a.m. and 10:30 service, and next week for all the wondrous things we have on Wednesday. We really appreciate it if you join us in person, and even if you're online, but join us on this journey of knowing the truth. And with love, I appreciate your company and your experience of being here with me. And I'm so glad to be back into this energy. And so with love, I say good night.